need you, Tess. What was your name again?
I'm sorry?
Your name, miss, your name.
Well, what do you call it, real estate?
I'm sorry, what?
Why do you call it real estate? I mean, it's all just fake, isn't it? Fake smiles, fake prices, fake advertisements, fake properties, fake fireplaces. Doesn't sound that real to me.
Look, I'm not entirely sure why. Look, I'm sorry, what was your name?
Oh, Desdemona.
Desdemona. Great, and your occupation?
What would you need that for? I don't see
No, look, it's just standard regulations, okay?
See? You shouldn't do that. What if the customer just got fired or something and he had to go around following the standard regulation? That would scar the poor thing for life.
Okay, no, let's...
Do you know that?
Let's just skip it, okay?
Alright, but if you must know, I work at the little pharmacy down the street. You know, it has a huge food on its billboard.
Oh, yeah. Nice place.
It's a dump. Seriously. As soon as I get this place going, I'm going to shoot an arrow through that heel and just bolt.
Alright. I guess that brings me to my final question. What do you intend to use this rehearsal locale for?
Thank you. Now we're getting somewhere. See, I used to own this facility 10 years ago. I was the director of a troupe of artists. I don't want to call them anything else. I've heard theater troupe, theater guild, hippies, for some reason, but it was not about that. It was not, how would you say, real. It doesn't sound real. And we used to play at all venues in town, except the Hyperbole, of course, but it wasn't really about that. It wasn't about putting up shows or making money even. It was about living the art, submerging ourselves, exploring it, digging, dissecting it, until we ourselves were the art. I haven't spoken to any of them since we broke up, but I can still hear them in my head every time I go to sleep. Always singing the same old songs.
In my mind, I'm an act, and I'm charting a new course.
Going back
1,000 pumpkins in the window of this market. I can paint 100 reindeers standing on my head. I can turn a Santa into a New Year's baby. I can paint a Valentine in 50 shades of red. People walk by and I'm painting. They catch my eye. I'm still painting. I see the shoppers rushing to get home and feed their children. The baggers and the checkers and counters carry change. I see Leroy Johnson stealing cigarettes for later. They're all my inspiration, even if it's strange. People walk by and I'm painting. They'll see seasons fly. Still painting. Clean up my brushes, wash off my palette, fold up the ladder, call it a day. Come back tomorrow, or I finished. Watch the same people get in my way. Only got 10 minutes to add a little orange. Wipe off all the smudges, put my stuff away. Find another reason, stay another hour. I'm never really finished, I'm just done for the day. People walk by and I'm painting. They can shut the lights off, steal my brushes, break the windows still. I'd go on painting. Why? I'm still painting. Just a moment.
Wow. I've heard you've taken up painting, but I was not expecting this. It's beautiful. Tell me, how is it that every time we meet, you seem to display another talent I never even knew of?
I don't know. Guess you just bring the best out of me. I missed you.
I missed you too.
Really?
Oh, naturally. I've never met a writer like you. I cannot get your songs out of my head, you see. And your monologues, they used to make me cry my eyes out or make me laugh my lungs out. Sometimes both.
Yeah, that's not what I missed about you.
So, what have you been doing all these years?
Not much. Painting mostly. I've traveled a lot, seen the world.
Alone?
No, with friends and such.
Oh, no, I meant, you know,
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's
no.
just me.
Of course
I'm
not.
on my own.
Let me get to the point. There are two ways this conversation could end. You could either pick up that brush and keep on painting, or you could come with me. For 10 years, I have done nothing with my life. I've worked in a pharmacy and written short stories, but that just wasn't enough for me. That life was too dull for someone like me, and I can see that this life is far too dull for someone like you. Let's just say that. I have painting right in my head, but I just need you to put it up on the canvas.
You had that whole speech figured out when you came in here, didn't you?
I wrote it on the bus.
Des, for 10 whole years, I'd wondered the same thing. What would happen if you suddenly came through that door and asked me this very question? Every time those little fantasies all ended the same. Me saying yes. me reuniting with the old gang, me having the time of my life for a few weeks, and then finally me reminding myself of why we split up in the first place. What's stopping that exact same thing from happening again?
Mercutio, it's the theater. The only place in the world where the same thing just cannot happen twice. So, are you coming with me?
And I'll regret it.
There's a time in every woman's life, her roles as mom and wife, when she needs a little break from laundry and baking cakes. Baking cakes.
Yeah, just go with it.
She's tired out and stressed, no time to even get dressed. This is what she needs. She needs some me time, me time. Mothers need to get some me time to get us through the day. Like when Mimi tied her sister to a palm tree, then told me that her sister ran away. I organized the village immediately. She was found tied that way. You know, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
What does
listen.
it even mean?
Listen, sweetheart, the songwriter was paid $20 for doing this. We can't really expect the best standards here.
But it's like it was written by a bunch of 10-year-olds.
Look, please, just keep singing.
I was knocking on the door to check on Tia, a trail of toilet paper by my side. I opened up the door, and to my surprise, I found the dog. Mom, if we need some me time, me time. Mothers need to get some me time, get us through the day. Me time. Mothers need to get some me time to get us through the day. Me time. Mothers need to get some me time to get us through the day. We need some me time. Mothers need to get some me time to get us through the day. Get us through the day. Get us through the day.
Alright, so that was great. Next time, maybe a little bit more emotion, a little more life, a little less plastic.
Really now? The director of a commercial is telling me to be a little less plastic.
Look, I got a job to do here, okay? Look, listen, you've got a great voice and all, but that's not enough to make it in this business. Do you have time to stay for another take?
No, I gotta go home and check on Benedict.
All right, so see you tomorrow.
Neither have you, Phil.
Ophelia.
Mercutio. You know, see, it's like you, Des. You disappear for 10 years and then you just show up out of the blue like it was yesterday.
Well, feels like that for me.
You really think so?
Yes, in a way, yes. I just worked at a pharmacy, written short stories, but it just was so empty all the time. My days just flew in together like a huge mishmash of empty moments, but you've got a wife, a son, your days must have been packed. So where are they now, the family?
I think Benedict should be home soon.
Oh, that's great. I cannot wait to meet him. So, tell me, what have you been doing all this year? Still in the arts?
If you could call it that. I work for a small company downtown, you know, ESMB.
Perhaps I do not watch a lot of TV.
What do you do?
Oh, I do commercials mostly, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you. Oh, what's that song? What makes a
Please
smart
don't sing it,
sets
don't
us
sing it.
apart? We're the...
Thank you. God, I hate that song.
Advertising.
I don't even know, that's the thing. It's a living. Ben, you remember Des and Mercutio?
Well, of course he remembers me, but I thought I remembered him. Oh, look at you. You were just a baby before what, 8, 9? You're so grown up now. Look at you. See, Mercutio, this is what age does to you. Takes lumps of clay and makes them into sculptures. Well, will you stand there? Come here.
Hi, Des.
So, pray tell, to what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? And how come you haven't tried to contact us before?
All right, I will tell, but now that we've got mother and son united, I don't know if I should wait until Bianca gets here. Oh no, it's too grand. Okay, get ready, both of you. I have decided to bring us back together. Anyways, I already picked up Mercutio, all eager and waiting to get back into the arts. I also wrote to Juliet. You remember Juliet, right?
Yeah.
She's in a charity down in Uganda, and I would be surprised to receive anything but a yes from her. I also contacted some of our old venues for a possible revival, and they all gave us a green light. Everything is set.
Des, can I talk to you?
Well, I must admit that I did not expect that. I thought I'd just be, I don't know, cheering or celebrating or answer me, at least.
Des, me and Bianca broke up.
What?
It happened about 5 years ago after our troupe separated, and I might as well say it, I slept with someone else.
With whom?
You don't know him, he's a stagehand at the TV studio. It was just one time, and it was when Bianca and I had this huge fight. Benedict ran up and locked himself in his room crying, and I was drunk. God, everything was just shit. There he was, and things ended up the way they did. Bianca found out, and she got furious, of course, with all the right to. I mean, I would have too. We had a long fight about it, and in the end she just left.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Where's Bianca now?
I haven't really kept much track. I hear she's an assistant to a big producer or something. She used to have all these great contacts, you know. I also hear she's engaged to a lawyer or something like that.
How's Benedict doing?
He's not well. He used to be so happy. You saw him at rehearsals. He used to be this tiny little ball of energy, but now we hardly talk anymore. He gets out of bed after I go to work, so the only time I actually meet him is at dinner. And even then we hardly talk. He's like sealed up in his bubble. And he's out all day. I mean, he's at school during the weeks, but In the weekends, he just locks himself in his room. I don't blame him, though. Miss Bianca. I miss her so much, you wouldn't believe it. I thought she loved me and thought we had a stable marriage, but one tiny little mistake came and swept it all away. I feel like nothing's steady anymore. But if one night of intoxication can destroy a lifetime of happiness, then what is there to hold on to? I just want her back, and I want Benedict back.
So sorry for having no idea.
It's fine. It's fine.
Ophelia, you have to come with me. Please. At first I thought of this as a fun thing to do, but now I can see that it is essential. Remember how we used to talk about the healing power of art? And here you are, in desperate need of healing again.
No. I can't just wash away what's happened. I can't live in a fantasy to, hide away from reality. The fact is that Bianca's still absent, and Benedict is still unhappy. I'm still lonely.
But why should you continue to be? This life, this state of mind. Well, it's not going to be here forever. You have to let it pass first. I see that everything changes, and maybe revelation is near. I got one place to go to, dear. Here I've been locked up inside, kept everyone out. Let them in, let them see you.
Maybe it's time to take a chance, to take a stand. Maybe it's time.
'Cause I see that everything changes.
Maybe revelation is near. I got one place to go to. Find no word in a picture that you see. All you do is believe in them, and dreams can be anything you hope for, anything at all. One step from reality, and you just got to believe.
I'm feeling some freedom with these steps that I did. Art is magic in my mind, but sometimes I forget that there are people in this world who don't read between the lines. Don't confuse my reality. Just got to see that everything changes. Revelation is this is my place to go
Thank you!
Everyone, please take a seat. Meine Damen und Herren, Mesdames et Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're finally here, all of us together. Ophelia, Benedict, Juliet, Mercutio, and Desdemona. You know, for the longest time, my life has been nothing more but a what's the word? A fob watch. Oh, no, that's just a common expression. Now, my life has been nothing more but I got it. A mathematical equation. You see, when you know how to operate them, you can solve all sorts of functions and come to the most brilliant conclusions, but if you do not have all the constants present, then what would you end up with? Just a pointless number. That has been my life. For 10 years, it hasn't mattered at all. I had to assemble all the constants in my life before my life could even matter. And now, all the variables are here. And it's time to do some magic. Now, you may be wondering, where do we stand at this point? Well, I have to tell you that I just got a phone call from our dear friend, Mr. John Falstaff.
Is that old man still walking?
Nice to have you back, Ophelia. Anyways, he has heard of our return and he's very eager to see us back on stage. So, we're going to be performing at the Propan Underground next Thursday evening. And of course, we cannot just write a song in such a short notice, so I suggest we take something from the archives. We will discuss what later, that's not important now. But first, we have to get back into the feel of things, you know, work the pace once more. We were just 10 years old when we started, and now 10 years later, it is crucial that we find a new place for you in this troupe. And of course, there's both of you, yeah? Our very own new lady. Let's find something for the both of you to do.
How about you two do a scene together? Shake my hand, my bag. Some good honest theater, let's see. Oh, why don't we do Medea, one of the earliest plays ever written. Okay, Juliet, you can be Jason, and Ophelia, you'll do the title role. You ready when you are?
Isn't it better for having to start with a song?
Song? Well, no. You see, theater is the foundation of any art form. I mean, you can have the best voice in the world, but unless you can act, that's not going to matter whatsoever. I mean, to express emotion is the single most important thing in any performance, and I find that often overlooked.
Ready?
Okay,
take it away.
Yes. Oh, my children. You had such an evil mother.
Oh, my children, victims of your father's evil actions.
At least it was not my hand that killed them.
No, it was an insult. Your new marriage.
And was it right to murder them for that?
Do you think that insult to a woman is something insignificant? Or?
Yes, I do. To a woman with good sense, but to you it's completely evil.
Well, your sons are gone. That should cause you pain.
I think their spirits live to take out their revenge on you.
The gods are aware of who began this fight.
I care not for thy counsel or thy praise, for with what eyes could I have e'er beheld my honored father in the shades below, where my happy mother
Wait, what are you reading?
It says so with the script.
Well, that speech is from another play. It's from Oedipus Rex.
Oedipus?
Oh, I mixed the scripts up in my bag.
I love this story. We should have him here. Shouldn't Orpheus enter here? He's in my...
No, look. Medea, Oedipus, and Orpheus are three completely different characters, and I just mixed the script.
I love the story of Orpheus. Can we please have him here? You could play him.
Just keep reading.
To be or not to be.
Just say something already. Take it, Orpheus.
The sky's falling down, and an apple hits your head. And given all alternatives, you think you might choose dead. Don't run for cover, you might discover something else instead. Just don't let gravity get you down. A smile feels happier than a frown. All this melancholy is such a folly. Take it from me, whose lover is underground. Just don't let gravity get you down, though your grief at the moment seems quite profound. So your mother's lying, not hear us end up dying. Just don't let gravity get you down. If you don't believe me, ask King Oedipus.
Indeed. And you think you you got a problem with your mother. Not to mention my father. Oh dear. His actions brought plagues, murder, incest, self-loathing. It was more than I could bear to look at. So...
He put out his own eyes. That must have really hurt.
Yeah, I do wish I had thought about it a bit. See that I listen to you, my friend. If the Furies try to hound you, and you've lost both of your eyes, and your wife is now your mother, and your life seems built on lies, don't cry and curse now, things could be worse now, just shoo away the lies. Just don't let gravity get you down, dropped balls, usually rebel. Don't be sad and mopey, suicide is dopey. Take it from me, whose tragedy is renowned. Just don't let gravity get you down. Self-pity, such a horrible way to drown. Forget about the new sun and think about it. Just don't let gravity get you down. Am I right, Medea?
Medusa? It's Medea. Why does everyone confuse me with that horrible chick with all the snakes coming out of her skull? Don't you ever call me Medusa again, then?
All right, calm down. We just want to hear. You're one of ancient Greek's most tragic figures. How come you never,
And did it? Well, after my man Jason ran off with that skinny little princess, I thought about it. But hey, you live, you learn. When the apple of your eye turns to your Achilles heel, and Pandora's box is open, and the curses seem to reel, don't grow and give up. You need to live up to a new ideal. Just don't let gravity get you down. Every photo quickly goes to ground. Like a thief, smart and disease. Just take it from me, psychologically and sound. Just don't let gravity get you down. For your true love is trying to fool around. Love to be more absurd than just leads to murder. Don't let gravity get you down.
don't let gravity get you down.
Don't let gravity get you down.
It was wonderful. Well, the acting and the singing was great, of course, but to remember the number so vividly after 10 years, well, just reminds me of why I love you all so much. But let us not stop there, of course. We have to settle for a number for our performance with falstaff, and we'll come decide that tomorrow. For now, journey safe, and we'll see you when the sun finishes its next lap.
Julia?
Ben! Oh my god, I can't believe you're here. Wow, look at you. So, what have you been up to all these years?
Oh, well, not much. Gone to school. That's kind of about it. How about you?
You wouldn't believe it. I've been down in Uganda for 5 years now, at a Red Cross colony. It's by far the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. Oh, and I met this guy as well. I took a break from my charity work for half a year to travel with Alaska with him to climb mountains and all that. It was amazing.
Oh. So, where is he now?
What? Oh, no, he's gone. It was never meant to be a serious thing. It did show me the time of my life, though. I have to go. I promised one of my friends from the colony to call her when I got here, but it's been really nice catching up with you, Ben.
Yeah, it's been great seeing you as well.
Okay, bye.
supposed to be writing our comeback song, but I'm not getting any inspiration. Before it used to sort of just come to me, and whenever I need it, it would just pop up. But I haven't been myself ever since we reunited. Heck, ever since we broke up. And you know why? Because the thing that made me into me isn't here anymore. The thing that completed me is gone. You can't even tell, can you?
What?
Well, for the 24 hours we've been reunited, exactly how many times has Desdemona spoken directly to me?
Oh.
You know what bothers me the most? It's that she's acting like nothing's happened, like nothing ever happened between us. I mean, some acknowledgement of what we've been through would be nice. I mean, she's acting like it's something that should be forgotten, but it's not. What could possibly be gained from ignoring it? I'm not saying I want to go through it all over again. And I understand if she doesn't either, but I believe we make mistakes to learn from them. I just want things to go back to how they were before. I'll just try to talk to her even more. I'll make her notice me. I'll remind her of what we had. And remind her of me.
Okay, well, I gotta go.
Where are you going? Great. Is it going into... Write myself another letter with a list of the things I needed to do. Don't sweat the small stuff, take some time. Appreciate the beginning, end of each day. And I crumple up the paper and I start again. Think deep, clearer, think me. And I crumple up the paper and start again. Think me, thinking. It's all I ever wanted. It's all I'll ever need. Everything I have, everything you is what I really need. Bought myself another letter, and I crumble it up again. Take out my notebook and my pen. Writing you a story, but where do I begin? Where do I begin? I crumbled up the paper, start again. Think deeper, clearer, think me. I crumbled up the paper, start again. Thinking of you, one more chance to say I love you. One more time to say I care. One more chance to hear your melody. One more reason to be there. 'Cause I'm dreaming
show will begin in 5 minutes. I repeat, 5 minutes.
You okay, Ben?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
You sure?
Yeah. You okay, Mom?
Yeah, I'm fine. Is everyone getting ready? Is everyone here? Ophelia! For heaven's sake, take out the cigarette! I told you those who use they lose.
Ah, Desdemona!
Oh, John, I was just looking for you. I just want to thank you for letting me play in here again. It means a lot to me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Let's go. Every newspaper in town is here, you know. You're quite anticipated.
Well, you were big.
And the world hasn't forgotten. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. These people out there in the audience, they may love you for the moment, but you take one step astray, and their attitudes will be completely reversed.
John. I've been in this business ever since I was a toddler. I think I can handle this myself.
Well, you'd be surprised as to what a 10-year hiatus can do to you. You got 1 minute, Desdemona.
Okay, everyone, positions. Benedict, do not forget that Paderborn is covered. So Ophelia, please do save yourself for the final eats. And here. Right up here.
Hey, Ben. I know we've had our problems and all, but I'm glad I'm getting to do this with you once again.
And how about showing that once in a while?
Ladies and gentlemen, we at the Profound Underground are proud to present, after a 10-year hiatus, the theatrical pioneer we know as Desdemona has decided to revive her famed Troupe of Artists.
But Ben,
Now, here to perform her trademark Everything's Divine, please give a warm hand to our very own Ophelia!
Got news that I think you should know. Man in charge, he had to go. No big deal, nothing's gonna explode, 'cause everything is fine. You know, everything's divine. No need to go to panic mode. Big deal, just go with the flow. 'Cause everything is fine. Everything's divine. Everything is a-okay. Everything is great.
Stop the performance! Keep going.
Hot off the press, Desdemona's return bombs at the Profound Underground.
Rumors of Ophelia's personal life in turmoil. What's the story behind it?
Theater owner John Falstaff cancels all the troupe's performance at his venue.
I made it very clear to Miss Desdemona that such behavior on stage is intolerable. I refuse to accept any more offers from her and her little guild in the future. And I highly suggest other producers in town do the same.
Desdemona's Troupe of Artists canceled their show at 5 other venues due to rejections from respective owners.
The director refuses to partake in interviews.
I told you I do not want to answer any questions on the matter. I don't know how it happened. I did not ask that for happen. Do you think I asked Ophelia, oh, please, you have a mental breakdown on stage, it's great for business? No. Just leave me alone.
We need to talk to Ophelia about this. If we don't bring this up with her, we're never gonna get through this.
Can you see, Mercutio? It's over. There's no way out. I just really don't understand what happened. Can we just talk it out or something?
I highly suggest no other producer in town hires this troupe, they are clearly not to be trusted. This troupe is a disaster. These auditions war. They're short in both your time and your money. So my advice is stay away from the channel as much as you can. That's all I want to hear about the town. I don't want to hear of it ever again.
I know I'm a terrible mother.
Mom.
Everyone hates me now. Desdemona, Bianca, you. Just leave me alone.
Yes.
Oh, Mercutio. Didn't hear you coming in.
How are you feeling? Everything okay?
Oh, yes. Everything's all right.
I'm just saying you seem a bit disappointed, maybe.
Well, I don't know. After waiting for something to happen for 10 years and then have it thrown in your face with every single paper in town proclaiming how much of a failure you are, and then having everyone breaking down around you, you know, I may be a little bit disappointed. I'm sorry. Did not mean to sorry.
No, that's fine, I understand. I mean, no one's worked harder on this than you.
I just don't understand it. This is what we wanted. How come I'm the only one who's glad to be back?
I'm glad to be back.
Have you talked to Benedict or Ophelia since it happened?
I tried, but none of them wants to talk to me, and not to anyone for that matter. I just left them alone.
And Juliet? I thought that she and Benedict were best friends.
Yeah, they don't seem to talk as much as before. I don't know.
If none of them is willing to talk, then I don't know how we're going to get out of this. Anyways, what you coming in for?
I wrote a song. It's an anthem. I thought maybe you want to sing it to hear how it sounds.
Sure. I need someone to take my mind off my failure. He was broken, he was damaged by the person who could not sustain his soul. He was shattered into pieces, and he wondered just whatever he did wrong. Then his smile is plastered on his face, trying to erase the traces of sadness and neglect that he has seen. He looks into the eyes of that same person every day, and silently he cries, he cries.
He cries, save me. He cries, save me. He cries, save me. He cries, save me. When I was in 3rd grade, a boy in my class was bullied. They used to gang up on him, throw rocks at him, ignoring his cries. Now I wonder if anyone has heard mine. My mother doesn't care for me. She just let me grow up alone. Juliet. Juliet. She's come back into my life. and I mean nothing to her anymore. Who will blame her? I'm tired. So tired. And I just want to go to sleep. He cries.
Well, he didn't suffer any major damage from the incident. He should just get a lot of rest. Just call me if it happens again.
I can hear you. No?
Yes, well, you have my number.
Yes. I know this may seem a bit insensitive, but can I be alone with my son now?
Yes, of course.
Let's go. Why did you do it, Ben?
Did you even read the note?
Of course I did. That's not... I really let you down, haven't I? You know I'm bad at talking. It's so sad that I can't think of anything to say when I need it the most. I promise I'll think of more things.
No! Got it all wrong. It's not about being able to small talk. Or what? Small talk with them others. It's about listening to me. Caring for me. You do not care for me.
Please don't say that.
You want to know why? Why I tried to kill myself? Because for the last 10 years, I felt like nothing. I feel like nothing. I thought coming here will make me someone famous, someone worth noticing, someone you would notice. But no. Not even Juliet of all people.
But that's because no one knew. You never told anyone.
What was I supposed to do? Just go up to Mikuchi and be like, hey, I think I might be depressed. I mean, what would you do?
I think the problem is we're both lonely. No one pays attention to us, and so we begin to hate the world. Oh, it feels so much the same. Ever since then, I've been sealed up in a bubble just as much as you. I know how it feels like not to be loved. Don't worry about it. Ben, I know what to do to make this better. Let's just go to bed today. Tomorrow will be a new day and a new life for both of us. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
What have I done?
What do you mean?
We used to be friends, Mercutio. I should have noticed something was wrong. I feel horrible.
It's never too late, you know? You can still talk to him. I'm sure he'd listen.
I guess. Anyways, I should go. I'll see what he says.
Of course. You heard the doctor does. He'll be fine. I know it.
Is this what it was supposed to be like? Our great return was to be like? First Ophelia. The purpose in here was to make art, and for me, art is joy. This is not art!
I'll be in my room if you need me.
No. Wait. Do you really believe that? What you said to Juliet? That there's always a second chance. That it's never too late.
Nobody's perfect. Nothing ever sets out according to plan. There are problems you'll have to face along the way, and only if your mind is set on what you want, you will find a way to overcome those problems. All our needs will always be supplied by our understanding of creativity.
If that is the case, is there a way around this problem?
Try this for starters.
What is that?
Okay, after a performance, Profound Underground went the way it went, I sent an email to Oberon.
Oberon,
Yeah.
the manager of the Hyperbole.
Yes!
The most influential producer in town?
Yes! I asked him if we could be in the show, and this is her reply. It's his answer.
Alright. Dear Mr. Mercutio, I have reviewed your application to our variety show. I have indeed heard of your troupe and even got the chance to see one of your shows at Mr. Prospero's nightclub 10 years ago. Needless to say, I was impressed. The recent performance at the Profound Underground is an issue though, as I do not allow any personal problems with my singers to interfere with the performance. Therefore, I have my doubts. Then again, do not feel like judging your troupe based on one single act. Nobility believes in second chances more than I. Therefore, I cordially invite your entire troupe to audition for the Hyperbole on March the 13th, 10 o'clock sharp. Be there early and prepare one group number for the entire troupe to sing. Just remember that this business is tough and there are only so many places to fill. Break a leg. Oberon, this is amazing, Cuckoo!
We just need to tell everyone and we're set.
You're my angel. So much stress that you saved me. I love you. Do you really believe in second chances?
Yeah, of course.
What about us?
It's all I ever wanted.
So I really...
Wait. Oh, we need to tell everyone about the mail and pick a song for the 13th. The best. I think you just made me the happiest person in the world.
Silly Bruce.
Irresistible this morning. Everything is possible to me. Fear is no disaster. I can face an unfamiliar door. Make my heart beat even faster. Suddenly I saw I never did before.
I was blind, my life was mere existence. Now beyond my selfish little trance, I can see the beauty in the distance. Now it's time to dance, I wanna dance. You've given me the chance. For the pulse that was racing.
Thank you for the tremors of the knee.
Thank you for the ordinary morning.
Everything is beautiful.
And dangerous.
Possible.
Bianca! I'll have my coconut, thank you. Thank you, darling, thank you. Oh, wait. Come back here. Come back. Stand right there. What do you see?
I'm not sure, sir.
Art, Bianca, art. I mean, in the end, isn't everything out there art?
I'm not sure I agree with you on that.
Oh, how come?
You see, people like you and me are exposed to the make of art every day as a living. And I dare say it becomes somewhat essential for us. Something like that cannot be found in everything or everywhere.
Oh, okay. So you would say it's the intention of the artist that counts?
Yes, but not completely. I'd say skill is needed as well to portray that intention.
Well, but that's a paradox, isn't it? It's hard to stay in the artistic business when everything that we create keeps being compared to things we've created, things that other people have created before.
I agree, Seth. But unlike other traits, there are no set rules for art, only guidelines. And true artists, others break them.
And that's why you're my assistant. Are we ready for the day?
Of course, we're holding audition for the summer show, right?
Yes. That's always as exciting.
Are
Would the director and only the director of your troupe please enter the rehearsal locale? This should be interesting.
they good?
Oh, yes. But they've gotten quite a bit of bad reputation lately. Oh, you know the group whose headliner had an emotional breakdown on stage.
Oberon? Is she here?
Bianca?
Just a moment.
Oh, goodness! Bianca! Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh, I knew this was just meant to be. First it was on this amazing audition, and then it just happens that the producer's assistant is the missing player from our troupe. Now,
So you two know each other?
do we? She was part of our troupe 15 years ago, and in fact, she was married to one of our headliners.
Is that so?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Simona.
Oberon. I must confess I wasn't aware that you two were acquainted.
Oh, we go way back. I was wondering where you've been. But I can't believe I'm seeing you. You have an amazing job in the arts, a bright future, and it's true. A special someone.
Yeah, we're set to marry in 2 months.
Oh, Bianca, this is amazing. How come you haven't told me?
Des, there's sort of a reason. I need you to tell me with all honesty. Is Ophelia handled it?
Miss Desdemona, are we ready?
Oh, take it away.
Des, please tell me.
Yes, she's here. And Benedict as well.
So, wonderful to have you all here. I'm so glad you could come down here at such short notice. My name is Oberon. So, we will begin by looking at your group number, and then we have a green room for you to relax in, whilst me and my assistant, Bianca here, come to a final decision. So, the show you're auditioning for will have its premiere in... Excuse me?
Bianca!
Bianca! What got into her? I'll have to talk to her once you're done. Ready?
Oh, yes.
No?
Yes, we are. Didn't tell me she was here. I didn't know.
We can't do this.
Yes, you can. You're not going to pull on our boss of an hours here.
Miss Mona,
Stay here.
is everything all right?
Yes, everything is fine.
All right. Please begin.
Take my hand. Don't let go. I'll be your strength. Don't give up now. Working together, working as one, makes all the change. We have so
Stop music.
No! Take my hand, don't let go. I'll be your strength. Don't give up now. Working together, working as one, makes all the change.
We have so much to say.
Got this all working together, listening to one another. Look, now we're standing. We'll go on. I trust you now. Don't give up. I know you're scared. Trust me now. Open up your eyes. Look at what's in front of you. Try to realize you're not alone. We're not alone. We've been sidetracked too long. We've been sidetracked too long.
Oh, could you all stand in a profile, please? Thank you. Thank you. So, you'll find the green room through the third door on your left, through the hallway you came in. I'll come back to you when I've reached a decision. Thank you.
Bianca, we need to talk.
I don't think so.
Then why are we still fighting like this?
Why are we talking to each other at all?
I told you, we need to talk.
Fine then. Talk. I thought so.
Wait! Don't leave me alone again.
So that's what it's all about. You want some company?
No, Bianca, it's easy for you to say. You have everything planned out. You're set to marry, have a great job. You have everything. But then think about me. Think about us. Ever since we left, the house has been so hollow. It's practically a tomb. There's no joy in life. It's all just a shell.
Ophelia, don't be ridiculous. You slept with someone else. It's not like we didn't have problems before that. Look, we had to go our separate ways.
That may be all right with you, but look at me and see the life I'm living. More importantly, look at Benedict, your son. I know I did something horrible, but because of that, should Benedict suffer? You haven't said a word to him since our divorce. It's like you've left him behind entirely.
I had to. I couldn't bear to stay in the same house anymore.
He tried to kill himself. A couple weeks ago, we tried to swallow some pills. Juliet stopped him in time, and he says he's fine, but
Why?
you know very well why. We've neglected him, and this is just the result.
That went great, guys. I have such a good feeling about it.
I think I'll go find a piano somewhere.
I'll go.
Benedict?
Ben!
I can barely recognize him anymore.
He just needs you.
Let's just forget what happened. That's what I just want to say. I got a new life now.
Come back to me, then. Just tell me you don't love me anymore. Say those words and I'll go.
Ophelia, I don't. Now it's your turn. You really love me.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. When I look into your eyes, I feel like love again.
Ophelia, you need to be in love with more than just my eyes.
Oh, hi, this.
Hi.
know that Bianca was here when you sent the email?
Oh, I had no idea. If I did know she was here, I probably wouldn't have emailed her.
I don't know. It just gets me thinking whether there's any chance at all that Ophelia and Bianca can get back together.
Honestly, I don't think so, honey. It seems like Bianca's settled in her new life, and I think it's better to just leave it at that.
Well, I understand that. I just don't know why she's being this passive against Benedict. He's his son, after all.
Hey, Des. Why did you reunite the group?
What?
Just tell me, why did you bring us back together?
It's our dream, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. It's just, I guess I'm just scared of the same thing happening again, you know? Everyone not being on board in this as much as you and I.
To be completely honest with you, judging from how much has been changed since last time, I don't think that's going to be possible anymore. But even if Ophelia decides to leave, or Benedict, or Juliet, she'll be here, right? We'll be here for one another.
Of course. I think you're all that needs to be happy.
Why is she here? Why is she here now?
Why don't you go talk to her?
I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to Bianca. Not after everything that's happened. Why doesn't just Ophelia leave her alone?
Maybe that would be for the best.
It's never what I wanted. You see that. Instead, she runs up to Bianca, who's never gonna take her back.
Ben, I'm so sorry for treating you this way.
What do you mean?
I should have noticed something was wrong. I never knew that you... I'm so sorry. It's all gonna be okay. It's all gonna be fine. Do you remember when we were little? The way we used to run down to the kitchen and steal biscuits without Ophelia noticing it? And then she got so mad when she found out. Do you remember all the ghost stories we would tell each other? You knew all of them. And do you remember when we took out our pillows on the lawn and we just sat and said nice things about each other? Pillow talk, as we call it? You remember?
It's far away now. I miss it.
Just close your eyes and you'll be there again. I'll help you remember. We had a tree house in our backyard, and we climbed the 3 steps to our fantasy world and we'd be gone.
Right. Sorry for the long wait. Well, I've been very thoroughly thinking through your performance, and
Excuse me, sir. Where's Bianca?
Bianca has left. She told me she had to go home early, and, well, frankly, I don't blame her. She does that a lot, doesn't she? So, as I said, I've been thinking through a number, and, well, I must say, I was very disappointed. I mean, if we look past the fact that we had yet another emotional breakdown on stage, something I cannot tolerate, your troupe only possesses about 70% of the singing and dancing that I demand for my show.
Since when is 70% bad?
Well, it's a tough business, and I'm holding out for 100. I'm sorry, Miss Desdemona. The way things look now, chances of me accepting your group into my show are nil. There is, however, one exception. You.
Me?
The rest of you have clearly lost your talent over the year. But her voice is still pure and clear as ever. She stood out from the rest of you by a landslide. And on top of that, she's the only one among you who can actually act. I would be delighted, Miss Juliet, if you would come with me and perform a number of your own choice, alone.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Oberon, sir, but we intend to stay together as a group, and we're not going to offer any solo auditions.
I'm sure she'll be happy to.
Wait, what are you doing?
All right, the director agrees. I guess there's only one more person to hear from. What do you say, Miss Juliet? Yes or no?
Yes?
Wonderful. Will you please come with me? Oh, Miss Desdemona, I assume as the director, you'll want to come along for this.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world.
Wonderful. Follow me.
She left me.
She left.
So, do you have a group number at hand?
Well, I actually do.
Oh.
This? Are you sure I'm ready to sing something like this? I'm sure.
So, shall we go ahead?
Take it away.
And what about you?
I'm ready.
All right. Come with me, Mr. Tomorrow.
Things we see them do. I know it may seem that it's all wrong and right. I stand before you now to remind you life is never black or white. There's a spark we need hidden deep inside. Mother Nature spoke, and she said this won't be easy to achieve. No one has to go. She has given
Hi, Julie.
Des.
I'm not sure I'm gonna say that.
I've tried to call you, but all the lines were occupied.
I waited at the stage door, but you never came out.
I know the show's very important to you.
I know the shows are important to you, but
Des, I was hoping maybe we could spend some time together this weekend, just the two of us.
just meet or talk,
I
whatever
mean,
you want.
whenever you have the time.
Whatever's good for
I
you.
mean, I guess the bottom line is...
I guess what I'm trying to say is just,
Des,
Jules, I miss you. Mom,
Hi.
what's up?
Oh, I'm fine, you know. Oh, am I kidding? You know what the matter is? Now that Juliet is down at the Hyperbole 24/7, don't you miss her? Well, that's just how I feel about Bianca. I'm so lost there. Yes, so lost.
oh, right there you are. Hey, I managed to get hold of Desmona for like 5 minutes yesterday over the phone, and she said things are super busy down at the Hyperbole, but she hopes she can come next weekend to rehearse. And, Ben, Juliet, she says she's sorry she hasn't been able to keep in contact. You know, what's the point? I mean, we can't do a whole show with 2 singers and 1 director. You know what? Let's not work today. Hey Ben, why don't we go down to the Hyperbole and visit Juliet and Desdemona? Okay, cool. It's settled then. It's official. Today's rehearsal is cancelled. Right.
Yeah, I'm listening. So we want Julia to play both matinees and evenings on Saturdays? Well, I mean, of course it's fine for me, but I don't know if it's fine with her. Yeah, okay, I'll ask as soon as I see her. Actually, I need to call you later. Bye.
Hey.
What are you doing here? Oh,
Little star.
could you... What are you doing here?
Just
Oh,
thought I'd come stop by about these.
oh, you smell so sweet. Did you actually just come all the way over here to see me?
Of course, why shouldn't I?
That's why I love you. Oh.
So, how are things at the Hyperbole?
Oh, you have to see Juliet. She's amazing. And everything's just going so great, and I have this amazing office, and I just have so much to tell you.
How about dinner tonight?
Dinner.
Well, you can tell me everything there. I'll even pay.
I'd love to. I'd really, really love to.
Simona, thank God I caught you. Emergency rehearsals might take a while.
Oh, no. Shit. I'm sorry. Maybe not tonight. But some other time, yes?
Yeah, I mean, whenever's good for me.
Oh, great. I have to head down to the rehearsal.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. No. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Well, I know that it makes sense, but in all honesty, I don't think that Juliet has a stamina to do that through.
Look, I know you'd like to do fewer shows per week, but I'm sorry to say, this is just the way show business works. Look, I mean, if you think it could be good for her, I might be able to offer some sort of, I don't know, training, maybe even therapy to make her stamina more sustainable. It means you can do more shows per week.
But come on, Oberon. It's impossible for... Benedict. Oh, Benedict! What are you doing here?
Just thought I'd check how things are going. Is Julia here?
Oh, yes. We're in fact going to go see one of her shows right now. She's rehearsing. Do you want to sing and watch? Lovely. Anyways, you remember Benedict, right?
Benedict, yeah, I think I remember you. You're Bianca's son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see why not. Come on, you can sit over here.
Lovely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now at page 67 in your scripts. We've just heard this horrendous metal band called 660 Feet Under in Hell. I'll just have the vaudeville drum ready for that one. After this, lights go down, a march starts, and...
Stand up, roll up your sleeves, stop moping around, hold your ground, we will achieve victory for America and our men. Stand up, pretend to believe,
More energy.
put down your pots and pans, we can do more than conceive. Let's gain victory for America and our men. Freedom isn't given just to anyone. Freedom isn't given, it is earned. We can't sit back, relax, and spawn together, girls. The men have done their part, now it's our turn. So first, let's dry your tears. There's nothing to fear but fear itself.
Right!
Get out of the chair, pull back your hair, and show that you care.
Yes!
Take over the line, assembly time, and get to work. We'll make them proud, shout it loud. Can we do it? Let's get victory for America and our men. Off we go, united we stand. The land of the free, the home of the brave, you'll bring their hands. We are victory for America and our men. Freedom isn't given just to anyone. Freedom isn't given, it is earned. We're not afraid to fight for Lady Liberty. No holding back, let's go now, it's our turn. Off we go, united we stand. The land of the free, the home of the brave, you're in good hands. We are victory for America and our
Wonderful, Juliet. Wonderful. That sounded amazing.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure to sing it.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to have you singing it. Well, I've got to go. I have a meeting, but see you in a little while, yes?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Hey, that song is so stupid.
I know, I despise it as well.
I'm honestly considering if it's supposed to be taken as a joke, like as if it's some kind of satire, but Oberon makes me take it so seriously.
Well, you see, we are professional artists now, and remember that professional artists do not question what they do or how they do it. We just plainly deliver.
Either case, but I'm not the only one who seems to recognize what good art is.
Don't mention it. Oh, I think that somebody wants to see you.
Who? Ben! Oh my god, you're actually here!
I'm so sorry I haven't come down earlier.
You're sorry? No, I'm sorry. It's Something I've been right. I've tried to call you or write you, but I just never got a break to do so, and whenever I come home, I'd always be so exhausted from all the dancing Oberon puts me through.
I don't really blame you.
I just wish things could go back to the way they were before.
Aren't they already?
What do you mean?
No, Nothing.
Is everything alright?
No. Everything is far from alright. Right now, it even seems ridiculous that I thought things ever would be.
But you talked it out, didn't you? She promised?
She can't promise. Oh, then, I'll promise I'll change. I promise things will get better. Well, they haven't.
Why not?
Because of Bianca. Bianca's suddenly appearing at heightened was the worst thing that could ever happen. I don't understand why my mother believes that the only way for either her or me to be happy is to go back to exactly where we were all those years ago. It can't happen. It won't happen. You haven't even noticed how miserable I've been this couple of days because she's been so cooked up with how miserable she is.
Why have you been so sad?
Because I haven't talked to you.
Oh. So you mean...
Yeah.
For how long?
15 years. I wish I'd said something before, but I never knew how to say it. How can I compare it to all those people you met over the years?
Ben, it's not about how you say it. Because it's you, just as simple I love you would have been enough.
Because it's me?
You know what I think, Ben? You need to begin writing your own story. You seem to think there's a proving course for you to follow. For example, like you thought you weren't enough for me. That your life is an art and dried painting and someone else is holding the brush. But, Ben, we create our own every day. Now please, let me help you create yours.
My vision's changed. I've lost myself. The clouds are drawing near. Nothing is clear. Plans rearranged. No place to hide it here. The colors fade to black and white. The lonely canvas waits. No longer day, there's only night. And what my mind creates. Can I find a light in all this darkness? Can I paint what my eyes can see? Will I ever find my way around this? Will I ever find the beautiful in me?
Remove your fear, release yourself from minds that you still see. Faith has no eyes, so trust in mine. Just paint my melody. Oh, be the strength inside. Shine the light of day. True soul and my vision guide. Find the path to
Can I find the light in all this darkness? I have too much doubt in myself. Explaining my imagination. Will I ever find the beautiful in me?
let the fear of failure stop you from falling into reality. Let your painting be the key that saves you from this prison of uncertainty.
I can feel the brush across the canvas. I can hear you play my melody. Your voice is bringing me a vivid picture. I found thought that you'd have fallen me.
Only the strength inside can shine the light of day. Let your soul and my vision guide, and I'll find the path to take. Only the strength inside can shine the light of day. Let your soul and my vision guide, and I'll find the path to take. It's beautiful.
Hi, Bianca. Don't worry. She's not here. She's in the building somewhere. But she's not with me.
Can we clear the air?
Please.
Okay. I know you felt really bad since I left. Can you understand why I did it?
I understand where I left Ophelia. Why would you leave me?
I guess I connected you too much with your mother.
And so if I can leave one, you have to leave both?
I guess.
And you know better than Ophelia. She's got this weird idea that because you're not in her life, she can't care for me.
I know. She told me so when you guys were here auditioning. God, there's so much I missed. 10 years. How have you been?
Look, I don't really blame you for leaving. Why would you have wanted to stay in that house anyway?
Ben, I actually am sorry for leaving. I am. But I think you'll understand that it wouldn't work if I suddenly returned.
Why?
Because I left long ago. We cannot mend something beyond broken. No one will settle down. I'm soon to be married. Listen, Benedict. Son. Your mother and I were not made for each other. It would have ended anyway. And the reason is I've never really been in love with her.
You were?
No. And I wish we realized that sooner.
She loves you though.
She loves the idea of me, as I love the idea of her. That's why I couldn't stay, or I cannot come back. I hope you understand.
I do.
Thank you. Would you give this to your mother? Or what I've told you now? I cannot bear to tell it to her in person. And as you know, it would be for the best if we didn't see each other again.
Of course.
Hey, Ben, there you are. Have you seen your mother?
You're my mother. If you're referring to Bianca, then yes.
Where did
She
she
was
go?
just here. Can you please don't follow her?
Ben, you really have no say in this. I can take care of myself.
Mom? She asked me to give you this.
Ophelia, sometimes saying sorry is not enough to mend a lifetime of hurt and regret, but it's merely a start. When we met, I never thought I'd wind up in a marriage as dysfunctional as ours. We stopped loving each other, even before Benedict was born. we could never muster the courage to be honest. I just waited for that night to have an excuse to leave you. But I left Bendik as well. And you two are close to losing him. It's love what you're hoping for, Ophelia, not me. I've lost our son already, but you have him in front of you. Now's you reading this. Don't lose him. You're everything he's got in the world. I wish you all the happiness I could never give to you. With everlasting regret, Bianca.
Would saying I'm sorry help?
No. There was something else that would.
Will you give me another chance?
Mom, I've lived through a nightmare. I've lived through the Simona's neglect, Bianca's, Juliet. But yours? That wouldn't have been enough for me to leave, to pack all my things and just get out of here. Or worse. I did lose hope, Mom. You cannot imagine how. But now it's coming back to me. Small, fragile, like a firefly. It's the only light I have now. The only chance I have to be happy. And I want to know how to be happy. Hope is the brightest light in the darkest night. I trust you, Mom. I'm not gone yet.
You're still here.
We're still here. Breathe in, breathe out. There's still a chance for us. Have faith. There's hope, new hope, that we'll be home again. Breathe in. One breath is all it takes to calm, be calm. Let the wind blow, carry you home, guide you back from wherever you roam, like a bird caught in a storm. Find a shelter, let the storm clear, watch the daybreak reappear. We're still breathing, we're still here.
You're here with me. Now I can finally breathe. With you, I stand. I'm strong and know because you still believe. One breath is all it takes to calm, be calm.
Let the wind blow, carry you home, guide you back from wherever you roam, like a bird caught in a storm. Find your shelter, let the storm clear, watch the daybreak reappear. We're still breathing, we're still here. Through these signs I'll always hear you. We're still here.
Like the storm will take through.
Let the wind blow, carry you home, guide you back from wherever you roam, like a bird caught in a storm. Find your shelter, let the storm clear, watch the daybreak reappear. We're still breathing, we're still here. Let the wind blow, carry you home, guide you back from
Oh, you're here? What? Where have you been? Where's Benedict? We're so started.
I was afraid the situation would come up. I take it you haven't heard.
Wait, what's that?
Benedict and I, we've decided to leave the troupe.
What?
Oh, it has nothing to do with you. And in a way, it doesn't have much to do with Desdemona either. We've just decided it's not what we need right now. We should spend time together and try and mend our relationship. To be honest, that's what we should have done 10 years ago.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm really sorry for
No,
sudden departure.
it's fine. It's really fine.
Well, I'll be leaving then.
Ophelia, one thing.
Yes?
I have to ask you, I'm sorry if this is too much, but what actually happened between you and Benedict and Bianca?
What made us come to this, I mean? I think it's the fact that I'm not sitting in the shadows anymore. Cheating on Bianca was bad, but watching passively from the side was the worst mistake of my life because it almost took away my son. Why?
I don't know if you've noticed, but Desdemona hasn't been around at all. Like,
How are you feeling?
miserable.
Miserable is not okay. Look, I cheated on Bianca all those years ago because I myself was miserable. I was in a pretend marriage, all in love with the idea of loving someone who didn't love me back. But I made that mistake, and now I'm only glad.
Glad?
Yes. If I hadn't spent a night with the serpent, then I would still be stuck in an unhappy marriage. Now I have the chance to be happy with Benedict instead. Every wrong turn is a gift in disguise. Single bite has made us wise. You'll still be fools without my mistake. So yes, I'm glad I knew that snake. Taking that leap was the best and worst. Leading that snake was the best and worst. Taking that bite was the best and worst mistake of my life. We would not know peace if we never had war. There were no death, then what would we live for? We would not know hope, we never got lost. Some priceless lessons are worth the cost. Taking that leap was the best and worst. Leading that snake was the best and worst. Taking that bite was the best and worst mistake of my life.
You've given me a lot to think about. I think I have to go. Thank you. Wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Just a moment of weakness, one temptation so bad. Now in darkness I miss the light that I once
please. I need to tell you something. It's gonna be the hardest thing I've ever said in my life. I think you should sit down. Please, sit down. Mona. I don't think we can be together anymore. What? We can't be together. I don't think we can even see each other.
I don't understand that.
It's hard to say, but I had to go. We had this coming death. I knew it was gonna happen. We had no plan for this relationship, and it happened all over again.
What are you talking about? Of course we had a plan.
No, that's the thing we did, and you refused to see it because you don't pay attention to me anymore.
What?
No, I find it ironic that the song you picked for our big audition was Sidetracked. The song about collaborating and working together. Theater requires collaboration, and you can't do that. Think back. Why did you bring us back together?
Because it's what we wanted.
Because it was you wanted. It was what you wanted this. You had a painting in your head, and you needed us to put it on the canvas. But did you ever stop and think whether any of us wanted to be in that painting? Ophelia clearly didn't. Her home is with Benedict and on a stage at the Hyperbole. Hurts this. Hurts like hell. I only ever truly had you whenever you got something in return. Take the audition. Now after your big break with Juliet, I tried to be with you. I tried to keep contacting you. You just haven't had the time. And the worst thing is, you don't even know it, do you? That's what I thought.
What can I do about it?
What we should have done 10 years ago. Move on. Please. I have lived in the shade of a towering tree, needing something that I could hold on to and trust. But I am not a leaf, I'm not ready to fall, or drifting away on the beast. No, I won't need you when storms come blowing through. If you go your way, then how can I love you? I have chosen to land like a bird in midnight, battered by the winds. I was needing a rest. I never let you lift my wings just to know how to fly. But you turn east when the wind sky shifts, so I won't need you. I'll have to fly alone. If you go your way, it's close to finding home. No, I won't live in your shadow while you take all the light. You never remember more than your satellite. such a thing as too late, and I won't need you. Just go, just run away. No, I won't need you. There's a price that you won't pay. No, I won't need you. And all I want is so much more. So you go your way, my dream is coming. I'll go my way to learn to love you. Finished the song, by the way. I don't suppose it matters much now, but I guess you could learn a thing or two from it.
Cujo. Wait.
I love you too.
She never changed.
Changing the world just one step at a time. Learning to live together to shine. That is why all our choices will create our own way. Connecting our voices, we will make a better day. Settle, my child, where you're going home. Every other place apart in the shaping of our hearts. All the once was just begun. Trying to understand the world.
Every child will one day grow old, passing on what they once were told. Let's make a difference. Let's make this world our stage and show them a new direction, starting a chain of change.
Changing the world just one step at a time. Learning to live together to shine. That is how our choices will create our own way. By connecting our voices, we will make a better day. He said, oh my child, when you're getting